Hello everybody, Artisan Loom here today with another tutorial on my Dragon Swarm original design bracelet. It's a really light, thin, type bracelet, not as thick as I normally do, but I just thought the colors and just the design itself were fabulous. I'm not 100% sure. I use these big dragonflies, so I'm not sure exactly what it looks like without the dragonflies, but I'm going to go ahead and throw this one out there anyhow. It's very very see-through in the center, so hopefully, let me see what it looks like from the back. Well, that doesn't really do it any justice now, does it? Okay, we're going to do it from the front. I'm going to lift these bands up. So it'll be nice. But if you have big dragonflies or big beads that you can put down where I strategically place them, that would be perfect. And it would just come out just lovely. Okay, so I have metallic white here. And these lovely beads that I put on. A seed bead and 2 spacer beads. And then I believe we have the metallic white, we have metallic purple, we have the black sweets, and we have the Persian green apple. I think that is from the 600 pack, and then we also have the medieval green from the 600 pack. Here's the green apple right there, and here's the medieval from the 600 pack. So that is the design. So hopefully, I may do it on this next one. I may do it without the bling just to see what the design looks like with you. That's probably what I'm going to do, is just do an unblinged version of it, or maybe just bling the sides. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to also send this one to my friend Nix Haley 22. And that's why I'm doing this now, because I will not have this bracelet in hand. So I'm doing this intro while I still have it here. But I'm going to send this to her. But the tutorial will be on this design. So go ahead and get your supplies together, pick out your colors, and meet me back. Okay, so if you've got all your colors laid out, then we're ready to go on this. This is the setup. It's a 6-pin bar setup with these 4, the 2nd through the 4th, all at the same level, and then the 1st and the 6th up 1. So today I'm going to be doing mine in a little bit different colors. I'm going to be using what is this, medieval white as the border. And then I believe I'm going to use, let me just see which color I want to use. I'm going to use this medieval green as, let's see, medieval green as the part where the purple is. I think I'm going to use medieval green. And then where the black sweets are, right there, I'm going to use, I believe these are called red sweets. I'm going to use that. And then for the green down the center, I believe what I'm going to do, the ones that are going to be attached to my dragonflies are going to be this silk. Is it silk red or silk orange? I don't know. It's kind of an orangey looking color. Not so sure I'm liking that. You know what? I may go ahead and change my medieval to maybe a Persian. So let me go do that. I just think when there's so much, silver going on, it takes away from it. So I'll be right back with my Persian, probably a Persian lime green, which is the lighter version of it, and I will be right back. A little bit of these Persians. That way we have a little bit of gold and a little bit of silver. I think that might be cool. I'm not sure. This is a new color combo. I've never done it before. I very rarely use those bands. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and show this to you. I've already beaded up my dragonflies in the color that I'm going to use down the center, which is the sweets, or excuse me, the silks. I don't have enough dragonflies, so I'm going to alternate. I'm going to do dragonfly and a butterfly, so I figured that that'd probably be all right to do down the center. So if you don't have dragonflies, just find some other type of bead. But it kind of is a loose design. I may change something as I'm doing it to alter the design, because these sides, let me see if I can show you what it is. Okay, so where the black sweets are, it doesn't look like it, but it is very, very loose right there. If you use the 600 pack, it's even looser. So I may put an extra step in there just to tighten it up a bit. But on this bracelet, on this bracelet I used the 600 pack count, so it made it even looser. So I would recommend to use the 300 packs for those bands, because it'll just, I don't know, I made it kind of loose. I didn't realize it was going to be that loose. It still came out really pretty, but I think I'm going to, I might add another step as we're going. We'll see. We'll see what, we'll play around and we'll just do this. Okay, so first step is take your border color. Oh, well, yeah, okay. Never mind. Duh. Okay, we're going to take your border color, and you are going to go from the center peg to the right again. Okay, and then this way to that way. Okay, and now we're going to do a straight border all the way to the top. Now I went ahead and I'm going to alternate doing just a regular band like this right there on each side. I'm going to start off with this. Okay, then I'm going to do what I did was I threaded 2 seed beads with the spacer bead in the center, just to kind of give it a little pop. But I'm going to, I can't remember how many exactly I made up, maybe 10. I'm not sure. So you can just play it by ear and make 12. I don't know. We'll find out. But I'm going to be alternating a plain band. I may as well do it now. One of these bands. Okay. And then I went ahead and strung up just a seed bead in the color with the green, just to give it a different, I don't know, just make it different. And then we're going to do, well, actually it's going to be a plain band, the big beaded band, and it's going to be another plain band, and then it's going to be the seed bead band. So I will show you what it looks like. And that's going to be how you're going to do it the whole way. If you choose to do it that way, you don't have to put any beads on, or if you want to just use all seed beads and every other one do a seed bead, that'd be fine too. However you want to do it, but it's going to be just a band, a bead, band, a bead, and then another band. So you get the gist of what I'm talking about. So I'm going to move over to the right, do the same thing. So since I had a band here, I'm going to go with the big bead. I'll just call this the big bead. And then I'm going to go with another single band. And then I'm going to go with the seed bead band. And then it's going to go plain band, big bead, plain band, seed bead. Okay, so that's how you're going to do it all the way up to the end of the loom. Okay, so I'll meet you back when you get all that done. Next step is you're going to do the center X's, which is also where your charms go. Okay, so we're going to use that color down the center, which for me is going to be the silk. I don't know if that's orange or red silk, whichever one. And we're going to do the X's down the center. So, but I want to stagger them to where the, well, let me see how this works. I kind of wanted to stagger them to where they kind of look like they're flying this way, this way, this way, this way. So it's just going to have to, you always got to have the charm part on the bottom though. So let me check. So we're going to do 6 of these just straight bands, and you're going to go from your left to your right. Just going to make X's. Just like that. Get some more bands pulled apart. Left to right. Just straight bands with nothing. Okay. I was trying to count earlier because I don't have, I had 7 or 8. I think I had 8 of the dragonflies on my original, and I only have 5, so I had to count to kind of make it even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to do one more, so we'll make a total. Well, these are stuck together. Okay, well, we'll start with a different one. We'll go with 6 of the plain bands, okay? And then on the 7th one, 7th X, you're going to lay your whatever bead you're deciding to use. Now, if you choose to just make straight up beads down the center, then you can put them every other one or every other 2 or whatever, or every 3rd. However you want to do it. Since I only have a certain amount of these, that's why I had to count up. But you can place them however you want. If you're just using straight bands, just do that all the way up the loom. Okay, so we're going to start with our first dragonfly. And we're going to go towards the left. If I can get it on the peg. Okay, so that's going to go towards the left. Then I'm going to put a band over, crossing over it. And then we're going to put plain bands. We're going to do 2 X's. Okay, 2 X's. And then we're going to place our next one, which for me, hold on, maybe I should have done the butterfly. I should have done the butterfly. I don't want to mess this up, so I'm going to take this part off. You don't have to take yours off, I just have to take mine, because I had the wrong one on there first. So, you probably didn't. Okay, I'm going to take my butterfly. And I'm going to put it on. Okay, put my butterfly on. Then I'm going to do the cross over the X, and then there's going to be 2 X's with no beads on them, if you choose to do it my way. Okay, there's 1 X, there's the other X. Okay, and now the next one. Let's see how the butterfly is going. I guess it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter because it's not staggered. It looks like it's going to be straight up and down. So we will just add our dragonfly. Okay. And then finish the X off and do 2 X's. Get some more bands. 2 more X's. Okay, so now we're ready for our butterfly again. He's all tangled up. Okay, put your charm on. Make sure your charm, if there's any bling on it, faces downward. Okay, and then 2 X's. Finish that crossover one, and then 2 X's. Just showing you this part for the band placement if you're going to do it my way. Okay, we did a butterfly there. Now we're going to do the dragon fly going the other direction. That way, well, it doesn't matter. We'll just leave it because I don't want to mess anybody up. We'll just leave it. Grab a hold of it. Okay, there's the dragonfly. Finish the X off. Okay, and then 2 with nothing. Okay, the next one is going to be your butterfly or whatever you choose. Make sure I have my butterflies right side. Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, get a grip. Get a grip. Okay. Well, I need enough band to be able to get the grip. Boy, I'm really struggling with this one. This butterfly is not cooperating. Let me see how he's laying. I don't like the way he's laying. That's because I didn't thread him properly. Her, him, whatever. Okay. All the other ones are going to be straight up and down, so I need to go where the big, well, I guess I don't need to tell you. The big wings are going to be up top, and I'm going to thread this instead of using 2. I'm just going to use 1. Thread it. Did I get both of them through? No, I did not. This one to go through. Okay. There we go. That should be it. So, it should lay properly now, straight up and down. Okay. You can always fix your bands at the end and untwist and get them to lay properly. And then 1 to finish it off. Okay. Now we're going to do, it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, just like, so now we've got it all exactly right. Right to left. Just keep doing the X's all the way up till you finish. Sorry if my hands are in the way. Can get a couple more bands, twist them, and last one. Okay. All right, that was going to be our center. Okay, let me get to the next part. Now we're going to be doing the part, which I don't have the bracelet in front of me, so I am going to show you. I believe it's going to be the part that is going to be this purple right here. The purple like draping, sorry, will be what we're going to do next. So for that, I guess what I'm going to do is use this green, which is the Persian green. Okay, I'm going to show you a different way, just because you're going to be making triangles basically, okay? You're going to go like this to make triangles. I have a different way I do mine because I don't like the twisted bands. So I'm going to do it this way. You can do it like that, or you can do it this way. And I think it's faster. If I go up, all the way up to the end of the loom, I'll go up 4. And then what I do is I take my hook, and I just think it goes quicker. Well, you got to make sure your bands are pushed down. Because I can lay a single bands faster than I can make triangles. Okay, so you're going to do the same on this side, but you can either go like this, See how that's twisted? You can either go like that, or you can do like what I do, and I go straight up and do like a single chain all the way down. And then when I get to the end, I just use my hook and I bring it over. It just helps with the bands not twisting. Okay, so continue on, finish that all the way up to the end, and I'll meet you back. What your loom should look like with the triangles on the side and the X's down the center, all the way down, just like that. Okay. Now the next step is where I told you them black bands were going to go, or where the black bands were, the black sweets, and how loose they are. Don't know whether to leave them, or I'm going to leave them because that is the design. It's going to be a little bit loose, but if you use the 300 count packs, it will help that part out a lot. But I thought about putting, okay, let's just see what we do. Okay, I'm going to go in with my next color, which is going to be my sweets, and I'm going to make a figure 8 across, just like that, okay? And I'm going to do that all the way up the loom. Now, originally, I was going to make, well, this is the design, but I was just thinking about how I could make this a little tighter, and I thought about just making an X here and just but I think what I'm going to do is just keep it, because I'm not sure what it will look like. Hold on. When I turn it around to loom it, because we do this different looming technique on it. So when you get to this point, instead of looming it back to itself, you're going to loom it up. And so if I go this way, then I would have to, you know what, that might actually work good. Maybe I'm going to switch it just to see. I'm thinking I might. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to make the X like that, and then I'm going to go like that, and the other half of that X, and you're making figure 8s, okay? Like that. And then a figure 8 going the other way, because I'm thinking then we'll just, it'll look better, I think, I hope. Oops. Hold on. Gonna do like that. Do like that. Okay, you're going to do figure 8s all the way up, and you're going to do it on this side too. So we're going to go here and go like that, and then with a figure 8, and then we're going to do the figure 8 going that way. Another figure 8. There you go. Figure 8 and make across the rest of the thing to make the X. Figure 8 going to the right. Figure 8 going to the left. And you're going to follow this all the way to the end of the loom. Okay, we're just going to try this out and see if this works. Because I'm thinking to make the design just a little bit better. Let's just see what happens, because otherwise it's just gonna, it's so loose. I wish I would have fixed that before I posted it, but I love the design. It's just so loose in certain sections, tight in others and loose in other sections. So we're just gonna keep it just like this. Okay, so just finish that all the way to the end of the loom. Now that we have those X's done, which I'm praying that it comes out and just makes it look so much better than how loose it was in that section. But the next thing we're going to be doing is I'll show you the color that is hiding in between the purple up there and down here. And that color I'm going to use just straight opaque black. Okay? And all we're going to do, oops, what am I doing? Okay, go from this 5th pin bar, a long stretch over to the 2nd pin bar on the right, or to the 6th pin bar on the 2nd peg. Okay. Do as I do, not as I say. It's probably the best bet. Okay, so you're going to go from there, a long stretch, and then you're going to connect it here and go a long stretch that way. So you're just going to be doing zigzags all the way up. Okay, and you're going to do the same thing on this side. You're going to go from there, a long stretch, connect it with a long stretch, connect it with a long stretch. Okay, do that all the way up the loom. I'll show you the next step. So this is what your loom should look like, and when you get to the very end, it stops right there in the black. Okay, we have to take it over to the border or else it will fall apart. So we want to do, instead of a long stretch, because this is outside the border, we're just going to do a short stretch. Okay, just right on the end. All right. Guess what, guys? I think it's time to loom. So let me move some of my stuff out the way so I can twirl this thing around. Okay. Now, what we're going to need are cap bands for these black bands that we just laid, the zigzags going up. So I'm going to get 2 cap bands. Actually, before I forget, because I forgot on the last one, we are going to need a cap band right here. I should have put that before I flipped the loom, but since I didn't, I caught it right here. So I'm going to take my border color, double it, and make a cap band. Okay, that's what we're going to do right there. Okay, so then we are going to need a triple cap band is what I like to do. You can do double, but I do triple. Just like Amanda and Monica are Loomy, it just makes it a little bit tighter. Okay, you're going to put one on both of these pegs on the 1st and the 6th pin bar. Okay, and then I believe what you're going to do is just you're going to loop those up, okay, back to themselves. So just loop up the zigzags. Just right back to themselves, okay? And you're going to do that all the way up the loom. Okay, I'll show you on this side. We're going to do this one as a small stretch. And then you're going to go into that and just loop up the black bands that I just laid, okay? You can do that to the end. I will go off camera and be right back, and we'll get started on the next step of the process here. Okay, so the next step is that you need to place cap bands on these 2 pegs, the 2nd and the 5th pin bars. So I do a triple. Go ahead and do a cap band on both of those, and we're ready to loom up. Let's see what we got going. Yeah. And you know what? We already have a cap band there. Since I added that extra X, or the extra step instead of just the ones going this way, and I added the, excuse me, the extra step in here that's not on my original, just to make it tighter. We're just going to play it by ear here, but this is what you do. You're going to go in through, and we'll do this right side. I guess we could do the left, but I'm going to work from the right. And we go in through this cap band, and instead of pulling it back to itself like that, we're going to go straight up. Okay? And then we're going to do the same thing in here. Or maybe, yeah. And just go straight up. I'm not sure how that's going to look because that doesn't really look like an X now. Let me check this out and see if this is even going to work. I think it will. So we're just going to go on with it. But I'll just work from this one straight up, and then I'll come back and work this one. So all we're doing is we're going in, we're grabbing the top band, and instead of pulling it over, you're going to go straight up. So you're just going to go through, grab it straight up, okay? Just like that. So you're going to do that all the way to the end, and then you're going to go in through this cap band, and you're going to pull it straight up instead of back to itself, okay? So you're going to go in, grab that band, pull it straight up. Go in the next peg, grab that band, pull it straight up. Okay, and that's what you're going to do. It's going to look like that. I think that'll probably make it a little stronger. Hopefully everybody agrees. Okay, so do the same thing over here. You're going to go in and go straight up. Grab that top band, straight up. Go through the peg, top band, straight up. Okay, then you're going to go into the second pin bar. Well, you're going to do that all the way up the loom, but I'm only going through to do part of it. And then go off camera. Straight up. Grab it, go straight up. Where are you? Not hard. So we're just going to pull the band out of here and go straight up instead of taking it back to itself. And we're going to do that through all 4 of these pegs, okay? The 2nd through the 5th. All right, when you're done with that part, then we'll be smooth sailing from here. Okay, so the next step are to loop up these triangles that we did. Okay, so this is how you're going to do it, and it's going to be a long stretch. And so if you don't have very stretchy bands, you'll want to be careful with it. But you're going to go in through this pin bar. I don't know why. I used to always work from the left to the right, but now for some reason I'm working the right to the left. Weird. Doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm going to go through the cap band, and I'm going to grab, in my case, it's a green. It's the Persian green that I decided to use. So if you have the 300 count packs instead of the opaque, they're a little harder to stretch. I would pull out just a hair and then come around. That way it's not so tight. But you're going to go in and you're going to grab that green, and I'm going to pull out, stretch it enough, come around, and I'm going to put it back to itself. So that's the triangle. We're putting it right back, okay? Grab it, put it back to itself. Go and grab that green, put it back to itself. Okay, that's that step. On the right hand side, you're going to go in through the cap band, pull it out, pull it back to itself. Go in and grab that green, pull it out, and back to itself. You're going to do that all the way up the loom. just like that. Okay, I'll do one more, make it even. Okay, finish that to the very end, and then I believe what we have left are 2 more steps, which is going to be the X bands and the perimeter. So go ahead and finish that part, and we'll see what's coming up. We'll just follow the same step as my original, and on my other one, my original, remember I only had the one band going across, and that's why I said it was loose, but we decided to put another, I decided to put another band going across, and then we looped them straight up instead of back to themselves. Well, we're going to do the same thing here, so there's going to be, it's going to look a little strange here, unless I decided to loop it up back to itself, but then it'll make the design different. So if you like the other design better, to where it's a little looser in here, then you could have left that one step out where I added the extra X, or you know, the band to finish off the X. But anyhow, we're just, for the sake of the tutorial, we're going to go ahead and do it. Everything is done just exactly as my original, except for those X's here. I only had one bands going from here to here. So that's the difference. So basically we're going to go in through the cat band, and we're going to go straight up. Straight up. So that's how we're going to do this. We're going to go in through this cat band, and we're going to go straight up. Hopefully you can see this. Straight up. Last band, straight up. Last band, straight up. And you're going to follow that to the end of the loom. And we'll just do that and see what happens. Okay. That's it for that, and I believe we're just going to loop up the border. So we're going to go in through the cat band, grab the one that goes to the left, go back in, grab the one that goes to the left. I should have pushed my bands down. Okay, and then you're going to go in through this cat band and go to the right, and then go in and grab that one to the right. Now we're just going to take it right up to the very end, okay? On both sides. Then I'll go off camera and finish the perimeter. Well, if I can get a grip on it. So just finish that to the end, and I'll show you how to take it off. I've got the border done all the way to the end, except for right here. So what you do is you come in one here, and then you're going to go back in, grab that one, and pull it to the center. Okay, you're going to do the same on this side. You're going to go in through here, grab it, and pull it to the center. Okay, now we have a band that's right here. So we need to go in through this peg. Oops, grab that band, and then I'll hold it up with my finger. And I'll go in through here and grab the other side, and then I'll put them both, see that? Both of them on my hook. Okay, let me get me a C-clip. That'd probably be the smartest thing to do. Sorry. And normally like I say in all my tutorials, I just leave it on the hook and put the C-clip on afterwards, but I will go ahead and put it on now. There it is. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pray really good that, really hard, that this extra step that I put in there doesn't mess up the whole design. Hopefully it enhances it a little bit more. But anyhow, you would, I'm going to check, yeah, it looks like everything's loomed up. I always check the sides to see if everything looks like it's loomed up and all the bands caught. So you're going to go in and loosen the tension on the side pin bars using your hook. Better to use a hook than fingers because you will have some sore fingers. But that's what I do is I loosen it on both sides, just like that. Takes the tension off. Okay, so you loosen the tension on both sides, and then you can either loosen tension on the next two, or you can just take it off, snap it off of excuse me, I can't even speak. Pull them off each peg, one at a time, just like this. But I always do the side ones first, and then either, it just depends on the design, whether I would take it off another row on each side or not. But this one I'm not going to, and I'm just going to go up each peg, just like that. Okay, so you're going to do that all the way until you get it taken off, and I'll come back and show you what my rendition looks like. I believe it enhanced it even more, made it a little tighter. Really cool. So psyched about it. So what I do is I just pull on it a little bit. Okay, now as you can see, it's not that lovely because we need to fix the bands. So I have all these silks, some of them are twisted. Need to go through and fix those and untwist them, and also my border. So I always clean up my bracelets, make sure they're not twisted. It's kind of like, let me see if I can find one. It's kind of like that band right there. It's twisted because the bottom side is on it, or is showing, and not the glitter side. So I will pick it up, twist it, pull it, drop it, and it goes back. I probably don't pull, probably not necessary to pull it so far out to make it even looser. Okay, so I've got my stride now. That one needs to get fixed. I just grab it in between my fingers. I don't really pull it, and this twist. Might need to pull it a little bit. And there we go. Well, this one is, maybe it's supposed to go the opposite direction, maybe. Well, you get the gist. So, like, say that green band is driving me nuts. I want the gold part to be showing. So I'm going to grab it, twist it just a hair, drop it, or snap it, and it just goes right into place. And sometimes I'll just go through, twist it a hair. See how that one's twisted? I'll grab it and I'll twist it towards it, and see it's still twisted and it's on the wrong side. So let me see what I need to do here. Maybe it goes the other direction. You just got to pay attention as to which side, which direction it's going. See, then I fixed it. So you see how those bands look good. And I will do that through all of these bands to try to get it exactly the way I envisioned it to look like, which to me, I like all my sweets, you know, the glitter part showing. So I'll go through and fiddle with those bands. I'll fiddle with, you know, like that one. You've got the nice silk here, but the bands underneath it are twisted. So you could leave it, but because I'm just strange like that, I'm going to grab it and pull it. And then I'm going to go back in here and find where and pull that. And twist maybe the other direction. Maybe it's the other direction. Yeah, there you go. And I will fix all those bands to make them lay just the way that I want them, with the pearlescence on top. Okay, So I'll get those cleaned up on both sides. I'll get that, and I'll get all these bands. I don't have to worry too much about the black opaque. I don't see that one so much, so I'm not too terribly worried. But then you go to your border. Okay, so see how that band is twisted? I'm just going to grab it, twist, pull it, and it snaps back. Okay, and then I'm going to take the bead between my fingers. Try not to use your nails because they'll snap it in half, and then I'll fix it. So I'll just go through and make sure a few at a time are fixed, and then this one is too far over. See how it lays up like that? So I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to be real careful. I'm going to grab it, lift it up to grab hold of the band, and I'm going to pull it to where it's more centered. I probably need to go just a hair bit more. See that? And then it lays properly. Although I probably did it a little too much. Okay, so make sure all these bands are good. And this one, okay. There's a seed bead hiding down in there. I want to get it. Remember, it's every other band. There's either a big bead or a little bead, so you don't want to lose those. And then this one, since it's straight, I'm just going to grab it between my fingers, pull, make it straight, and this one's twisted. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to grab it, twist it, let go, there you go, and then I'm going to grab the seed bead and pull it towards the center. Okay. And now it's laying a little bit more flat. You might want to play with it and see exactly how you want it, but I think it lays better than that. See how this lays to here? These lay better than those. Okay, so you're just going to mess with it. The back looks like that. It normally wouldn't be that second stitch, but because of the way that we wanted to make this a little fuller, that's just how I just went with the tutorial like that. So anyhow, I'm going to go fix the bands, and I'll come right back to show you exactly what it looks like, how I like my bands to lay. Okay. I've straightened all my bands as good as I'm going to get them, I think, at this point. But I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. I actually do like these silks. I wasn't sure about them at first, but I think I'm actually liking them. Just gives it that pearlescent look. Or at least it looks good in this design. Wasn't sure if I had too much, but between the pearlescent and then the sweets, I think this is like the same color. It's just a different sheen. Well, anyhow, and then I fixed this, and this just a little pop of black that's in there, but I tried to fix the bands as good as I could do. However you would like to do it is fine, but it kind of sits up. So you see how it it's more flat in the center and then pops up. So like if you wear it on your wrist, like that, looks gorgeous. But that's what it looks like from the side. So it sits up it's very comfortable actually. Very comfortable, but this is the Dragon Swarm bracelet, just in a different colors with butterflies and dragonflies. So this is the Dragon Swarm, and I'm glad I made the decision to do the extra step down this down here to make it a little more stable. It was a little too loose just in that one spot, so it kind of just wasn't exactly how I wanted it. So perfect. Sometimes I do stuff like this. Never really do it on camera, but we took a shot and we did it. So anyhow, hopefully you like this design, and if you decide to make it, can you please tag me on Instagram at Artisan Loom and give me a follow, and hit the thumbs up if you like this tutorial, and I'm hoping to see lots of pretty renditions. So, and on that note, I'm going to conclude and say bye.